Yes. You know,
Uh,
on that, I wonder who is going to stop Arsenal, because recently they played Spurs, they played Newcastle, they played Manchester United.
they
So
played. Did they play City as well?
yeah, they played once, if I remember. Yeah, I think it was a draw. I don't remember what happened in Arsenal versus City. But basically they are playing well against the top six teams this season,
Yeah,
and they are constantly proving. But I feel there is a little, uh, Arsenal still have those bench struggles. But once we thought if Jesus was injured, who would take it up? But uh,
Nketiah
Enke-
is doing
e-
excellent job of
exactly,
filling
Nketiah
that
is doing a
voice. I mean, that
phenomenal job.
guy
Yeah.
is pretty.
So I feel like if so everybody, I mean, there were questions around, right? If is Arsenal gonna win the league? Is this the match that's it, that they're gonna look back and figure out, is this might be the pivot or something? Um, you know, everybody's towards City though, but I feel like Arteta can actually pull this off, because halfway through the season and 50 points, it's not a joke. Like,
Yeah, 5 points clear with the game in hand.
exactly. Yeah.
And also, like I was listening to Pep talk about the title race. I don't know if that is mind games or not, but he seems like he's basically given up. Like 18 games to go, but still he's like, it's
Yeah.
time for somebody else to win.
वो
So I
हमेशा
don't
ये
know.
करता है. His basic tactic is to,
Yeah,
any press conference he'll praise the other team, or basically he was initial press conference also, वो कह रहा था कि मतलब Newcastle is in the title race, they'll win, they might just win this time and all. वो I never understood his press conferences, to be honest.
yeah. Newcastle is pretty solid and sound. They're having pretty good season, but I don't see them as title contenders. Like
See,
the
that's
only
what.
title
Yeah.
contender that I see as of right now is Man City.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think that depends on Arsenal's bench strength and how they hold up towards the later end of the
Yeah,
season. Like if they don't have any injury concerns and then they keep up this momentum that they have, I think it's their title. But again, 18 games is still a long way to go.
exactly.
But
I think that's
Arsenal
what will
is
decide
looking
title
pretty
for
good. Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah.
Yeah. That. And what do you think went wrong with Manchester United today?
So I mean, to be honest, at any point in the game, it didn't look like we were gonna forget winning. We were
Mm,
gonna hold because some of the defending that I saw was pretty desperate. Like
mm,
they was just like hacking away balls, like hoping that it would go somewhere. I think the major thing is the midfield. I think
mm.
Arsenal's midfield was like bossing the midfield, and then we
Thomas
didn't.
Partey.
Yeah, I
Mm,
even like Odegaard was like. I mean, that guy is pretty good as such, and even Saka. The
mm.
goal was like sensational. Like it's a really good goal. Although
Oh yes.
I will say that De Gea could have done a lot better there because you can't be beat from such far away. I think he was
Mm.
blindsided by a couple of his defenders and other
Yeah,
players, but still, uh,
it was
I
done
don't know, man.
twice.
Like,
The second time Saka hit it, hit the post. I thought that went in too.
yeah, but that was Ericsson. Like, it
Yeah.
hit Ericsson's thing.
Eh,
But I don't understand. Like, De Gea, right? Like, he's had a very weird season wherein like he's pulled off some saves that we expect of him, like
mm,
Dave saves, and some of them, like the goals that he gives away, I'm like questionable. Like there was one, I don't know whom we were playing against. Like he just
mm,
stood with his legs straight up towards the near post, and then like it went through his legs or something. I don't know what he was doing there.
mm.
Usually he could have held it with his hand. And even
Right.
today, I think Saka's goal, as sensational as it was, but in general, you would expect a goalkeeper to save it. Like it's not like unsavable.
Right.
It's just that he was wrong-footed and he was going the wrong way,
Mm.
and he didn't expect it. Like he didn't expect Saka to shoot. So
Exactly.
partly.
That's where I mean, we
Yeah,
we saw a few goalkeepers save those goals. We saw a few of them let it go. It was just I think pure, I don't know. I mean, we can't. I mean, as you said, right, there might have been like some players with him.
yeah,
He
could
wouldn't know
be.
that he's
But
taking a shot. Multiple things there.
yeah, and also Shaw, like I think Luke Shaw overran towards one side, and then he gave space to his left foot, which is his
Yep.
obviously shooting foot. So, but then
Yes.
again, like that's way too picking. In general, I think I mean, like we were, I think the game was lost in the midfield because Arsenal midfield was too good. There were a
Mm,
lot of gaps. I mean, like we lost a lot of second balls. Like
mm,
let's say they hit a long ball and then we tried to clear, or even like if some unfortunate deflection goes into the midfield, it was always Arsenal players. That's something which I
Correct.
really observed. Even like if we were clearing headers or something away, it was
Mm.
always Arsenal players. I think there was a lot of gap in the midfield.
Mm.
Uh, yeah, so right now I think United's midfield is decent, but it's not like you can't expect this midfield to go against like Arsenal or Man City and expect them to win the game. Especially we needed Casemiro this game. It's just sad that he was
Exactly. Yeah.
out of it. But
You could
our
see the what disappointment in his face when he got the yellow card in Crystal Palace game.
yeah,
It was very evident. I don't know, that challenge, I felt it was not required. I mean, yeah, that also was a game that United had to win, of course.
that
But
was that was a very weird game too. I mean, like first half we were absolutely
mm,
like pausing. We were playing to score goals, and then we had a lot of chances.
mm,
Second half we were like wish close show. I'm like against Crystal Palace, who were not in the like you would expect to be better. It's just that we were like, okay, we've got one goal, we'll save the thing. And it is always a very dangerous tactic because you can always give away a goal for a free kick or something, which just
exactly.
exactly happened. I mean, if you're 2 goals up, maybe yeah, you can have this thing. But in the second half against Crystal Palace, we hardly attacked. That's something which I found very weird. Like I don't know,
That's what happened in both the matches against Arsenal as well. I think United, they were never playing to kind of score more or win more.
especially
It was
today, man. I mean, like
always,
they were desperately like defending for the layers. They're like just
yeah,
we want in the last 20 minutes. They're like we really wanted the whistle. They're like
exactly.
even once they got hold of a ball in the defensive half, there was no plan to go forward. They were
Mm.
just hacking balls away, expecting us to find some player and then just like waste time. But yeah, I
That
mean
was,
Arsenal was all over us. Like in the second half, at no point was I comfortable thinking, okay, we can actually get a draw.
yeah.
I was pretty sure that the third goal was coming. Even the commentators were saying like there's another
Mm.
goal in this game definitely, because it
Mm.
was pretty evident in the way that we defended and like we were playing.
Yeah,
The
that
other
was
thing
pretty
I
evident.
found is that our attack, Rashford is in the form of his life. That goal, I mean, like it
Mm.
was
Oh,
pretty
crazy
amazing
goal.
goal.
Yeah,
But I feel in general, I don't know, the new guy, what
Weghorst.
he didn't, I didn't see much of him to comment yet. He
He has a
seems
potential, but
decent.
he was just making the runs, but
But on the other
he
hand,
needs time, of
Anthony,
course.
I think he does score a few sensational goals, but in general, his play has to be better because going forward, his crosses and
Yeah,
all are not that convincing, and he keeps losing balls. His passes are
exactly.
sometimes wayward. If you want to win titles, that I wouldn't do. He has to do a lot better than what he does. Um, so yeah, that is one more disappointing thing. Right now, our attack is only Rashford. Like we depend on him way too much to get goals. So there are a lot of
Yeah.
concerns.
You guys paid
But
80 million for his left foot.
exactly,
Just,
he scores some stunners sometimes, like just
yeah,
like how
with
Saka scored today.
with the
That
left foot.
stunners.
Yeah, same.
But you can't always depend on that thing, right? You need a lot. Like you don't want a unidimensional player. I was talking
Exactly.
to Naveen about this other day, and he always mentions that Anthony is actually unidimensional, wherein he goes
Mm,
wide, cuts into left foot, and then tries
same.
to curve it in.
Yeah.
It works, yeah, it works a couple of times, but
But see,
that can't be
that is pretty evident that any team can actually exploit that, right? You have man mark him and then he'll be done.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, you know
So
he'll be taking that shot.
you will need to do more than that.
And that's what I think every
And
team is doing right now whenever they want to stop. And coming to Vegas, you are playing him as a number 9 player. Now, the thing is, United never
there is no
played
service for
with
him.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. You need to have Rashford and Anthony or somebody to give crosses. I mean, I know Luke Shaw can give, but you cannot entirely depend on your wing backs to do that. You need service from the wingers, right? No, that's when Vegas could have done something. But see good potential in him. I mean, he is
but in
apparently a
general,
big
I'm
name.
very like if you, I think 5 games into the season or 10 games into the season, if you said United would be where we are right now, I would not have believed
Oh,
because
no chance.
we were a sinking ship there. And given that we have almost the same players, like just one or two additions, and then we're like doing much
Right.
better.
Mm,
It does like there's a lot to improve in this team. I think we need a good like better players, and then
mm.
probably we can think about that title charge. But like Ten Hag seems to know what he's doing, and there's
That's what,
a
right? So
direction of for this team. So that's pretty promising. And then
it does.
we have a decent record in the last few games as well, except Arsenal defeat. I think
Mm.
it seems good. Crystal Palace, we should have won that game. That even more than Arsenal, I think that is the game that really
Yeah, three
hurt us.
points.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was a 3 points that we just like we
Mm.
could have gotten. Coming to Arsenal, I mean, man, like it shows why they're on top. Like their team is pretty good.
Mm.
Their midfield is amazing, and like the thing is, all of them are so young. Like Saka, Odegaard, and Nketiah, all these players are like super
Mm.
young, but they're pretty like it bodes well for the future as well. Like it's
Correct.
not just this season. Like if they can keep that up, and I think
Mm.
Arsenal is like I said, this season I think it has to be Arsenal's to lose from this point on.
Yeah.